Hello, 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 beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. My name is Alison. I am a certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with singles to help them find the love and commitment that they deserve. Every Wednesday around 5 p.m. Eastern. This Wednesday, I got a little distracted. I am working on an arts project because you guys know that I'm artsy fartsy and I like to do my thing. So I got a little distracted, but we are still here for an hour. We're still here for an hour together to go through our weekly live Q&A. So how does the weekly live Q&A work? Every week I post this story in my stories. It's the same green story with me looking like, what's the question? And you have to put your question in the box. Please do not DM me your question. I will not be able to find it when it is time. So you need to put your question inside of the box. And I attempt to answer as many of the questions as humanly possible, as quickly as I can within the hour time frame that we have. So even though I am starting 30 minutes late, we still have an hour together because my group this week doesn't start until 6:30. So it does give us a little bit of leeway. Concrete Rose, yes, I save the live, so you can check out the live later. And if it's super juicy, I email it and text it out to my list. So if you want to receive alerts of when I go live, you can always text the word align. Text the word align to 888-900-3447. I think that's the number. And if anybody knows better and wants to correct me, feel free to do so. And you can click the link in my bio and you can always do that. Hi, Ray. How's it going? Gigi, welcome. Thank you for joining. Aris. Amazon Goddess, thank you for joining. Shanice, we have Conquering Relationships that's here. Thank you. Credit by Ricardo. Good Girl Tay. If you are new to my page, this is the first time that you've seen me live, please let us know who you are and where you are from so that we can appropriately welcome you to the land of love. Thank you, Tanya, for joining the live. Queen Roselle. Jay's always showing love. Hey, Jay. Catwell, Brown Skin Queen, everybody who's here, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, your effort, your energy, and all of that good stuff. Let us jump in so we have the whole hour together. And as it rolls in and you introduce yourself, I can welcome you in the in-between. Oh, this is Queen's first time coming from Brooklyn. Ray from Brooklyn. Ray, this is not your first time, but thank you. Evelyn from Sacramento, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know who you are and where you're from. Always Fit Now is live from Nigeria. Thank you. What time is it in Nigeria right now? And we have lots of other folks who are coming in. We're going to jump in so that we have the full hour together. But now it's going to be 57 minutes because, as I said, I have my group that does start at 6:30 p.m. and they paid their money, child. So, you know, I needs to be off this and on that Zoom with them. All right. So let us jump right in. Hi, Jillian from Florida. How are you? Okay. So, boyfriend responding to women with kissy emoji. Broke up with him. Did I overreact? Second offense. Boyfriend responding to women with kiss emoji. Broke up with him. Did I overreact? Second offense. So, I would need a little bit more context as to why he's sending the kissing emoji. Who is the woman or who are the women and why is he sending the kiss emoji, right? I've seen some terribly thirsty gentlemen underneath the comments of women who are absolute strangers to them. They have no relationship. They've never met them. They don't know them. These women are pseudo celebrities, Insta whatever, right? Insta models. And they're begging and they're pleading and they're in their DMs. It is quite unattractive. And I would end a relationship over that. You don't know this woman and you're thirsting after her, which means that if you had the opportunity to, you would. And you don't mind publicly embarrassing me, right? So, yeah, if we're talking about a strange woman and there's no context that makes sense for this kissing emoji, then I would find it as disrespect, especially because I've made it abundantly clear. Now, what I would like to say, and we talked about this very briefly last week, is this idea of overreacting. And I think that's one of the issues and one of the problems that women face, is that we constantly say as women to men that you could never have forgiven me for what I've forgiven you for. And if I ever even dreamed of sending an inappropriate text, if I would have gone to lunch with someone who was inappropriate, it would be the end of the world. But I've forgiven you for so much, and how come you can't match that? Absolutely not. That is not reasonable. That is not logical. We should not ask men to lower their standards. They're right. If someone is behaving inappropriately in your relationship, you've made it abundantly clear to them what your expectation is. You're not asking for too much when they do the exact opposite. And instead of asking men to lower their standard and accept BS like we do, instead women need to increase their standard and match that man. If that man would not allow for inappropriate text messaging with the opposite sex, then guess what? You shouldn't either. If that man would not allow for some kind of flirtatious or lunch date or what have you, he would lose his shit, he would leave you over that, then you need to do the same. Instead of us asking gentlemen to lower their standard to match women who allow for foolish behavior, allows for lying, allows for cheating, we need to match them and hold ourselves to a higher standard and hold them to a higher standard as well. Folks will only do what you allow them to do. Okay? So again, I need to know the context. I don't want to be presumptuous. Does your boyfriend have a close relationship or appropriate relationship with this woman that he sent in the kissing emoji to? And is the kissy face emoji, does it make sense in the conversation? You know, if he's blowing a kiss, she could have graduated with her nursing degree. I'm so excited for you. It may make sense. If we're talking about Insta thoughts, if we're talking about random women, the context makes no sense. You've already shared with him that this is inappropriate. You won't stand for it. He did it again. You did the absolute right thing. Because believe you me, he would do the same. So I agree with you if that is the case. Okay? Next question. I used a nickname and a different town when I date online. Do you tell your date? I use a nickname and a different town when I date online. Do you tell your date? So the first thing I would say is there's nothing wrong with a nickname, especially when we talk about online dating. People are still protecting themselves and their identity. I mean, they can see your face. They can probably Google image your face. But I understand that's not unreasonable. My name is Alison. I like to go by Al. Some people like to call me Allie. I hate Allie, by the way. But if I were to put Allie on my Instagram or Allie on a dating app, that's not outrageous. That is in alignment with my actual name. So to then be truthful and to tell the person that I'm dating and say, hey, James, I'm so excited for our date tomorrow. FYI, my name is Alison. I go by Allie. It's not crazy. My name is Alison and I'm putting Tiffany. My name is Alison and I'm putting Marlene. I think that that's too much. If we're using online dating as a way to meet people virtually, using a nickname is acceptable. We're not making up whole names and whole identities. That's a little bit over the top, okay? The different town is too much. The different town is too much. And this is going to be a little bit rough, but if somebody was going to come get you, they're going to get you. So saying my name is Tiffany from Queens with my image, if they're going to find me, they're going to find me. Putting a fake name and a fake location is not going to save you. Now, if you've already done that and you choose not to listen to me, that's perfectly fine. However, if you're going out on a date with someone, which means that you have crossed beyond our daily conversation, text messages, getting to know each other, and you feel safe enough to be in the physical space of someone else, right? Why the hell would you not tell them your real name and what city you really reside in? So I can sit at a table with you, but I can't tell you my real name and my actual city. Nah. You best to tell this person before you go out on that first physical date your real name and the real city in which you reside. It is in your best interest to do so. Again, from the get-go, nickname, real city, fine. Fake name, fake city, over the top. You're not serious about online dating, which is A-okay. you're taking away 50% of your opportunity, if not more, right? Because there's online and then there's offline, and you're taking away offline with this fake personality. Nickname, cool. That's in alignment with your actual name. Real location. If it's too late and you've already done it, please tell your date ASAP before you physically go on a date what your real name is and your location. Okay? Start with the truth. We're on question 3. Don't worry, you didn't miss too much. You know I always have the replays. Okay? Steadily dating for 5 months. Says he likes me most, but still dates others. Should I wait or run? Steadily dating for 5 months. Says he likes me most, but still dates others. Should I wait or run? All right. So to me, 5 months is more than enough time for someone to assess whether or not they want to commit to you. 5 months is more than enough time for someone to decide whether or not they want to commit to you. As a result, I would see other people. If you're already seeing other people, continue to see them. If you still want to see this gentleman, I don't see why, because clearly he's not in a position to make sound decisions in a timely fashion, which to me would be an attractive quality for a mate, right? He's unsure of you, so I'm not even interested in seeing him even passively, but you should absolutely not strip away any other opportunities to meet other gentlemen, to date other gentlemen, to see other people, because within 5 months, if someone can't decide that they want to commit to you, then there's something that is not right here. Stringing you along, being an indecisive person, whatever. I say run. Some other folks are saying nope, bye. We have some folks who are saying, Viva says, run what it likes, what is... Oh gosh, I ain't reading that, girl, because I ain't right. That ain't good English. You make me look bad. We have B girl Trinity says run. Lots of folks, waste of time. Run. Okay, run. This ain't it, and it's okay. And it's okay. And we're gonna get to someone who asked about rejection. I hope we do, because y'all ladies really got to get over it. You really got to get over it. When online dating is meeting in 2 weeks for lunch too soon? No. Once you feel safe. If this person hasn't given you the Jeepers Creepers, then what's wrong with meeting for lunch within 2 weeks? Have you had conversations? Have you exchanged phone numbers? Are you getting to know each other? Are you on the phone? Are you texting? If you're building in that regard, then getting together for lunch in a common area that's not your home or his home or her home, in a public space, in your own vehicle or via the train or via an Uber, what's the danger here? Go out, get to know people. Go out and get to know people. Commercial break. Hello, everyone. My name is Alison. I'm a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with singles to help them find the love and commitment that they deserve through coaching programs and masterclasses. If you want to learn more information about me, you can click the link in my bio. You can check out my full-on website that tells my whole story, as well as check out my methodology through my free ebooks and free trainings. Once you've gone through the free stuff, and if it is not enough, for some people it's enough. I post that too, but some people it's enough. If it is not enough for you, then it is time that you take action and you take control over your life. You book a consultation call. Let's talk for 15 minutes and let's discuss whether or not a full-on coaching program is appropriate. If it is not, I am still going to advise you as to what is. Okay? Now, let me explain again. There are folks who are adding on questions to this Q&A. It does not work like that. You got to be on it like a hornet. This is the story that I post 24 hours before I go live. So Tuesday around 5 p.m., I post this story. Sorry for the reflection in the window. You got to put your story or your question in before I go live. I got folks who just added some questions. I love y'all, but there ain't no way I'm going to be on live for 3 hours answering y'all questions. If you missed your opportunity to ask your question this week, then what you're going to do is you're going to wait till next week for the free. and you're going to be patient because it's free. And this is what I do professionally. Or you could click the link in the bio and you can book a session where we will have a full 30 minutes or a full hour to talk all about your particular situations. But we will not take questions during the live because guess what? I have people who have paid their money and I have a session with them at 6:30. So we got to go. All right. So please, if you didn't get your question in this week, it is A-okay. You are going to wait till next week if you want it to be free. And we ain't going to be mad about that because guess what? If it's free, can't be too particular, right? Or we're going to click the link in the bio and you can book your paid session as early as tomorrow. It's completely up to you, okay? We want marriage and kids, but different timeline. He wants it slow. Stay or go. 34, 35, dates are good. So I take it you're 34, he's 35. The dates are good. Different timelines. How different is different? Right? Are you being impractical and you want marriage and children within 6 months and he says a year? He says a year and a half? Are you saying you want 2 years and he wants 10? What difference is difference? Like how different is different are we talking about? If you're the one who's 34 or you're the one who's 35, then I think it's fair to say, and I see a gentleman who says stay, we're not going to be presumptuous, sir, right? She's 34 or 35. She may not be physically in a position to do so. And I know the gentlemen don't like it, but I give it to the, I am fair to the women as I am fair to the men. Biologically, she may not be in a position to stay and wait. She may not be. Now, it on the other side of that coin, there is a gamble of starting over also restarts the clock of getting to know someone, making sure they're an appropriate match, seeing if they want the same things as you and blah, blah, blah. So it's risky business. But what I will say is if he's talking about, and she's 34, a 6-year window, that is absolutely impractical for her biologically. We're not talking about societal standards. We're not talking about what men want, what women want, what movie is out, what podcast is trending, what relationship fake uncertified guru you're listening to. That is scientifically and biologically and in practicality. How large is the difference? If the difference is biologically, and sorry, this is the nature of the game. I didn't do it. Adam and Eve did it. If you're a Christian and you believe that, right? They're the ones who put limits on our mortality. Biological is number one. And then practical about, are you really in love? Do you see yourself building a relationship together? Is this a good union is the second. Okay? That's how we have to look at it. Sorry. I know the gentlemen don't like the pressure. I ain't do it. Open up the book of Genesis. It ain't me. How to recover when a guy you are dating for a year ghosts you. How to recover when a guy you are dating for a year ghosts you. I'm going to give you the quick response because I want to get through as many questions as possible. What you're going to do when you're ghosted is that you're going to click the link in my bio and you have multiple options. Some free, some are $7. You can download the free ebook, Move On Sis. It gives you 5 steps how to move on from a relationship that doesn't serve you. Move On Sis, click the link in the bio. It is going to teach you what you need to do very quickly, right? Once you take action, you do it. Then, or if you prefer to listen to video, you're going to download the free 1.5-hour training where I go through the same thing, the 5 steps on how to move on from a relationship that did not serve you or a situationship or a ghost. It's all the same thing. It's over and it hurts. It's over and it hurts. If it's your husband, if it's your wife, if it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend, if it's your hookup, if it's your friends with benefits, if it's your friend, it's over and it hurts. So you're going to download the free ebook. You're going to read it. You're going to follow it. If you prefer to listen to my amazing voice, you're going to watch the free training. And then you can buy a supplemental training for $7. Click the link in my bio. It has all the answers that you need. Okay? Okay. How to date without expectations. I just want things to naturally happen. How to date without expectations. I just want things to naturally happen. I'll be honest with you. This might be the first time I don't have an answer, Sway. I don't have an answer because that's what I teach people is to date with expectations. For the most part, the people who follow me are looking to make sure that their standards are clear. They have them, that they're clear, that the person wants the same things that they want. Because we're not here pressuring folks into doing things that they don't want to do. That is not our business. They're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. And the joke is on you, Mrs. Right, that's actually from a woman. Ha, ha, ha. I knew you was going to be presumptuous. Okay? But it's okay. I forgive you. I thought it was from a man, too. How do you date without I don't know, because that's literally the opposite of what I teach. I don't do anything without expectations. I'm not dieting and exercising without expectations. I don't walk into the nail salon without expectations. I don't check my bank account every 2 weeks for my job that's about to be over in like 7 days without expectations. I don't know. I don't know. I really cannot answer that for you because that's not how I approach life. And it's unfortunate, and I'm really sorry that for the first time in probably 2 years, I don't have an answer because it is literally the opposite of what I preach and what I recommend. I believe you should have expectations for everything or standards for everything. And it doesn't mean that stuff is not naturally happening because you don't have a standard. It still happens. I have a standard that I'm going to get a half up, half down, sew and weave with curly hair. The stylist still sits me in her chair. She washes it. She blow dries. She flat irons. She braids the back. She sews the back. She puts the front, right? Like it's happening. It's not inorganic. I've had an expectation. I communicated it. She did it, right? Like it doesn't make it any less real or valuable because you had a standard. So that I would push against, but I don't have an answer for the first half. And I'm so sorry, girl. So sorry. Okay. 30 woman. Man has cheated several times. I forgave twice, but we're still having issues. Are the issues in relationship to the cheating or the issues unrelated to the cheating? If the issues are related to the cheating, meaning you're having a hard time to forgive, you still question his behavior, he's still doing it. If it's related to the cheating, then if you think that this relationship is worth some counseling, not with me, I like my singles, okay? If you think that the relationship is worth saving and you want to see a professional, then feel free to do so. If your issues are related to the cheating, if they're not related to the cheating and it's something else, then take that also to a relationship counselor, coach, therapist, if you think that the relationship is worth saving. How do you know whether or not the relationship is worth saving? You need to assess, is this an 80-20 situation? So is the cheating outweighing, it would for me, it would para mí, I'm not going to say it's for you, is the cheating outweighing everything else that the relationship delivers for you? You have to decide that. I'm not here to judge you in your decisions. For me, this would not work. Several times would not work. Even as a married woman, even as a pregnant married woman, it would not work for me. I'm not you, so I'm not going to judge you. You have to decide whether or not the pros outweigh the cons. If the pros outweigh the cons, then you need to seek a professional help to see if you can get those cons to decrease, right? If not, then you need to reconsider and you need to move on accordingly, okay? Boyfriend of, someone says, I love your bilingual moments. Senorita Paul, who was my Spanish teacher in 8th grade in 308 in Brooklyn, would appreciate that because that's absolutely 100% 8th grade Spanish. Excuse me. I should have said that before I took the sip. Sorry, y'all. You'll forgive me for the next couple of months, right? Good. Boyfriend of 2 years never posted me on Insta. Red flag. Boyfriend of 2 years never posted me on Insta. Red flag. This depends. Mars from Brooklyn, big ups to 308. It depends. What does he post on Insta? We're not going to be presumptuous and say the reason why he's not posting you, girl, is because what does his Instagram look like? Is his Instagram highlights of NBA basketball 24/7? All day, every day during the off season, he thinks that he is going to be the next person, like commentator. This is who he is, right? Is his Instagram everything that he loves? His mother, his children, his friends, his job, everything except for you. right? Does he post on Insta? Like, we're not going to just be presumptuous and say that, oh, if someone doesn't post on Insta, it's because they don't love you or they're hiding you. But what I will say is I'm going to make a judgment call based on what he does post or what she does post. And then if I feel like I fall in line with that page and I'm not being posted on it, then that's where the problem is, because I need to know logically and reasonably why you would post all of your favorite loved ones except for me. Your mother got posted on her birthday and Mother's Day. Your sister got posted when she got engaged and at the baby shower. Your dog got posted because he learned a new trick. Everybody that you love get posted except for me. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. And I see someone says, what if, I assume you mean what if. What is the relationship like? Oh, what is a relationship like outside of the social media? We don't know. But let's presume it's good. I still would be suspicious if everything else and everyone else that you love is on your page except for me. And to say that I want to keep the relationship private is foolishness. Why? Why do you want to keep, why does anybody want to? I really would like a logical and fair reason as to why. Why? What is, what does the privacy do? Who is going to step in and interrupt or disrupt your relationship because you're no longer private? What the hell are you doing with said person that they have the ability or the capability to step in and disrupt? I don't understand. I'm not saying that we have to post everything all the time, every single day, every single argument. But damn, baby, it's my birthday. Damn, baby, it's our anniversary. We both look good. We went to a really nice restaurant. Damn, baby, we went on this trip. We went to Egypt. We went to South Africa. We went to Ghana. I mean, this is monumentous. So I'm going to look at and judge the content. And then based on the content, if I'm a fit, if it makes sense, now I'm asking questions as to why. And if I don't get a reasonable answer, then there's a problem. Then there's absolutely a problem. Coco Kid says, because as soon as you post, ish goes left. How? What about posting? What is it about posting a photo, a video, or a reel that's going to cause your relationship to go left field? How sensitive could one's relationship be that a photo on an app that's probably not even going to be popping in a couple of years, because that's just the rotation of how it goes. What about that would cause how sensitive, how unstable could a relationship be that a photo is going, it ain't the photo. It's somebody doing some dirt that causes the instability, right? It's somebody that's doing something they ain't supposed to be doing that's problematic. A photo cannot derail a relationship. Behavior derails relationships. Okay? How much time we have? About 30 minutes. Yeah, because they got something on the side. That's right, Jay. But we don't know that for this dude, so we're not being presumptuous. Okay? How can I make it known to someone I am interested in them? I am extremely fearful of rejection. How can I make it known to someone I am interested in them? I am extremely fearful of rejection. So I'm going to reiterate this. I have a bachelor's degree in education. I have a master's degree in counseling. I have a master's degree in mental health counseling. I am a practicing coach. What coaches do is take you for who you are and where you are and get you from that point on to where you want to go. We are not therapists. So I'm going to give you the absolutely terribly non-therapeutic response, which is suck it up. I am not a licensed therapist. There are licensed therapists that are here in the comments. Please feel free to big up yourself. So I am going to give you the absolutely untherapeutic, non-therapeutic response, which is suck it up. Right? Now, if that's a really terrible response that absolutely won't work for you, like you have legitimate anxiety, then you need to hire someone who works in the field who can help you work through it. But rejection is a part of life. Rejection is a part of life. And other than, Chutney Soka said the same thing. Rejection is a part of life. You are going to go on interviews, you're not going to get every job. You are going to like gentlemen or like ladies, and they're not going to like you. Like, it is the nature of the game in life that things are not going to fall into place the exact way that you want it. So my advice, my unlicensed advice is to suck it up, introduce yourself to the person, get to know them, see if you even really like them romantically, see if they're available, see if they're flirting back with you, and then take next steps. But if we're talking about some real clinical anxiety here, big if, and not just women being afraid to be rejected like men haven't been rejected 1,000 times. They go, Taylor Chandler, big up yourself. She's a therapist. Then that means that perhaps you need to see a professional who's going to work through this with you. Yes. XO Thai Baby says, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I thought you meant me for a second, which is absolutely the truth. But yeah, this is the nature of the game. But again, I am not a therapist. And if it really is to the point where it's debilitating or negatively impacting next steps in your life, then you need to seek a professional. And it's so funny because Taylor's on here. She says this and it'll really suck with me. All of the podcasts, all of the free trainings, all of the ebooks, and all the other things that we offer, we who's in the mental health space, I'm not a therapist, in the mental health space offer, are only ways to help you identify that there's a problem. It is not a resolution. It's not a solution. It's not a prescription. If you need more help, you need to reach out for it. If you don't have the money, you need to find it. You need to prioritize this. Because if it's debilitating, then you need professional help. And there is no shame in getting that professional help. I am Taylor Chandler's right here on the live. Okay? Some of these questions are like coming in super late, and I love y'all, but I already made it abundantly clear that we're not taking these questions that are super late. My boyfriend moved in with my daughter and I 3 years ago. How do I ask what we're working? Oh, goodness. You broke this up into 2 parts. You're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to fit in one box. If it doesn't fit in the box, you book a session. My boyfriend moved in with my daughter and I 3 years ago. How do I ask what we are working on to move forward without him saying I'm putting pressure? I don't care about him saying putting pressure. Oh, you're putting so much pressure on me. I don't care. I am not concerned with someone telling me, Alison, you're putting too much pressure on me. I'm just not. Again, and we talked about me and my approach, which might not be everybody's cup of tea, right? If this gentleman has been with you, he moved in with you 3 years ago. Moved in 3 years ago, which means that I would assume that you had a romantic, committed relationship before moving in. He is practically a stepfather to your child. Even if your child has an active dad, he's the live-in male partner, right? Then there is no shame and should be no fear of he's putting pressure on him. He ain't had no concern about putting pressure on you when he moved into your house 3 years ago. He ain't no concern about pressure when you're cooking more than ever to make sure that his belly full. Ain't no pressure when you doing additional laundry. Ain't no pressure when the electricity bill go up. Ain't no pressure when the heat bill go up. Ain't no pressure when nothing else. So, right? So we weren't concerned about the pressure 3 years ago once you moved in. Right? But now it's, I don't want him to say I'm applying pressure. Well, guess what, sis? Too late. This is the time. Actually, and I hate to cry over spilled milk, 3 years ago was the time. But we can't go back in time, so it is what it is. Today, right now. Right now. No pressure paying half of the bills. I think I agree with you, Emily. I'm not sure. So, guess what? Today, babes, we've been living together for 3 years. I want blank. What are your thoughts? Babe, you already know that I want blank. I'm not going to say marriage because I don't know. Right? Excuse me. But this is what I want. I would like to think you made this clear before. I've shared with you before. When are we going to start moving in that direction? This is what the direction looks like. I had this conversation with an ex, me, Alison, before I was aligned with Alison, which helped me become aligned with Alison. We've been together for 4 years. What are we doing? We don't have a shared account. We don't have a property. We don't have an engagement. We don't have a baby. We don't have a marriage. Those are the things that I want out of my life. We don't have any of those things. When are we going to have them? I don't know. I do. Bye. What are we going to do? Hope and pray that people just magically change their mind and know what you want and just act accordingly? Good luck, Chuck. Sometimes you have to apply the pressure, if that's what you call it. I call it an adult conversation with someone that you love. You are sharing with them that you do not feel as though you're moving in a positive direction, in a direction of growth. That's what you're doing here. And if someone feels as though they've moved with you, in with you 3 years ago, and you can't even ask, what are the next steps? Then that means that we have a bigger issue than pressure. Pressure ain't the problem. Communication is the problem. Stop playing with me. I love you. I say that lovingly, but stop playing with me. Dating a guy 1 month, not official because he wants to go slow, and not affectionate. Should I wait, or is that a red flag? Dating a guy 1 month, not official because he wants to go slow, and not affectionate. Should I wait? Is this a red flag? So first of all, after 1 month, I wouldn't necessarily expect someone to become official with me. I think that about 3 months, rough estimate, is enough time for someone to get to know you and to assess whether or not they think they're a good fit for you and you're a good fit for them and blah, blah, blah. So the red flag of a month is not problematic for me. For me, right? I'd like to know what slow is. Like, what, generally speaking, what is a fair amount of time that you would need to figure out whether or not you want to commit, right? If he tells me a year, that's outrageous. That's the other end of the spectrum. That's outrageous, right? And of course, that's going to depend on the relationship, depend on the individual. Someone might become committed within 2 days. Somebody else might take 2 months, whatever. But ask, back to our previous conversation, right? The not affectionate part. You have to decide whether or not that's a deal breaker for you. For you. Humble Beginning says that's major for me. Align with Alison says, in my weird third person, that's a deal breaker for me. I need Andrew Wellington to kiss me up, hug me up, slap my butt when I walk past him, because that's how I perceive love, is through physical touch, through affection. It may not be for you. Maybe your thing is gifts, right? Maybe your thing is acts of service. So I can't answer for you if you should leave a gentleman because he's not affectionate enough. I can't answer that for you. You must answer for yourself whether or not affection is a deal breaker for you. Is it an absolute must for you? Is that one of your 5 love languages? And if there's anybody who comes on here and tells me all 5 of the love languages is my love language, you need to get a grip, because there's no way. And it's always women that I see that say this foolishness. There is no way that a grown man that works 40 hours a day can come home and love you at max 5 different ways. Too bad, so sad. Too bad, so sad. Or he could be a bum. He drives you to work. He comes back in the house. He goes to sleep. And then he can show you all of everything that you've ever wanted in your life. You have to prioritize. We have to prioritize. It's not going to be everything all the time. So if it's going to be words of affirmation and physical touch, okay. If it's going to be gifts and whatever, okay. But he can't be buying you gifts all day, as well as hugging up and kissing on you, as well as changing your oil and getting you gas. Like, when the man gonna live? Y'all being impractical. I hate when I see that thing's all 5. Okay, well, good luck to you. You're going to have to find 5 different men and they all going to be cool with it. I don't know what to say. Mocha, she said that they are not in a relationship. They're not official, is what she said. So I don't know if maybe you're guesstimating that maybe he's not official, maybe he's not affectionate because they're not official. I don't know. That's a conversation that she needs to have with this gentleman. And she has to decide whether or not that's a deal breaker for her. Okay, take the love language quiz. It's 5 minutes. You decide what rates the top 2. You're not getting all 5. You're not giving all 5. You are not giving all 5. Not you who asked me the question. I ain't yelling at you. I'm yelling at y'all. You are not giving all 5. So you not giving all 5, but this man gonna find a way to give you all 5 outside of working 40 hours a week? No matter what. Okay. Should you post the guy you're dating on... Oh, Lord, guys, I'm getting old. What's SM? What the hell is SM? Snapchat is SC. Should I post the guy... Should you post the guy you're dating on SM? What the heck is SM? Or wait until it's more serious. Okay, there's a delay on Instagram, so I don't know how long it's going to take. Oh, social media. Thank you, guys. All right. So when you say dating, what are we talking about? Right? Is this your man? Is this your man? If this is your man and you have committed to be with this man exclusively, or girl, I'm being presumptuous. Oh, no, it says guy. Okay, good. I hate being presumptuous. If this is your man, you're exclusively seeing, and you guys have a nice evening out, you both are looking good and you want to take a nice photo, then take the nice photo and post the nice photo. But again, now I see somebody says don't post until you have a ring. Okay, if that's the case, are you accepting of that of him? Should he also then not post you until you're engaged? Would you accept that? If you would accept it, then okay, cool. Someone said you should ask him. You can. And if he says no, then I need to know why the answer is no, because that is quite suspicious. But if you are exclusively seeing this gentleman, he is the only one that you're with, then fine. So Stushy, I knew somebody was going to say this. She says, I'm not posting until he posts me. So then, how you going to know? What if he says the same thing? He says, well, I ain't posting her until she posts me, and she ain't posting me until I post him. So ain't nobody posting nobody. Man, do what the hell you want. It's just social media. And guess what? If somebody's cheating, you're going to get caught cheating regardless. This idea of, oh, I want to take my L in silence. You could take an L or take an L or take an L. I would rather it be exposed early in the game versus me hiding. What Drake said? I'm hiding the world from my son and not hiding my son from the world. I'd rather not be hidden and let somebody come and DM me and let me know what's going on and show me evidence. I need evidence. I'm not just going, right? There we go. Okay. That's my take. How much time we got? All right. What's that? 17 minutes. Is it true that, and see now Malika's on here, she says I can't read, and this is not my fault. These people are not typing properly. Is it true that a man doesn't check if, is it true that if a man, they didn't write the word if, is it true that if a man doesn't check on you every day, he's not interested in you? Is it true that if a man doesn't check on you every day, he is not interested in you? Okay. If someone has the capability to check on you every day, and we've talked about this at length, they are not a trucker. They are not actively like shooting guns on somebody's base around the world, right? They're not working on like those big ass ships, right? Like if they have service, then they should be checking every day. I know laid back kid, you don't like that. A check is good morning. It is 2022. There is no reason why someone should not be reaching out every day if they're interested in you. A text message that says good morning, and not no weird ass grand rising queen, right? Good morning. Good evening. How are you? Did you eat today? There should be some level of communication every day. However, what I will say is this. Women, please stop expecting gentlemen to do all of the outreach all of the time. That's annoying. He will be annoyed eventually if he is the one who constantly has to do the outreach. If it's only he sends me a message and then I respond, that's dry as hell. There is some level of reciprocation, I hope I'm saying that word properly, right? That needs to happen here, okay? So sometimes you can say good morning. Sometimes you can say how was work. Sometimes you can say, did you eat today? Sometimes you can say, you said you checked your blood and your sugar's high. Did you take your blah, blah, blah? Like, please do not leave this as a one-sided thing, okay? That's quite annoying. And then you're concerned about losing interest. The loss of interest can be because you are not reciprocating. You also have to let the gentleman know you're interested. All right, let me paint a picture for y'all. We all, I want to say all 130 of us who's on this live right now has watched Martin, right? Okay. When you see Jerome, right? Right? When you see Jerome on an episode and he's coming on to Gina, coming on to Pam, coming on to Gina, coming on to Pam, they are obviously disinterested and he keeps doing it. Aren't you disgusted by it? Doesn't it like, oh gosh, Jerome, just leave them alone. Clearly they're not interested in you, right? Why? Because they're not reciprocating, right? They're making it clear they're disinterested. Eventually, we would like to think that Jerome would get it in his head that these girls don't like me, let me stop flirting with them. So if we understand that when we don't like a man and we're disinterested in a man and they still pursues us, that's annoying. Then why is it so hard to believe that if we do like a man and he's pursuing us, but we're playing this cat and mouse game and we don't make that clear to him, then he's supposed to pursue us all day long? How is that reasonable? We expect people to be able to read the room. We expect people to be able to pick up on the social cues. He's picking up on the social cues when you don't respond in a timely fashion because you're being cute. If you're disinterested, who cares, right? We don't care. But you're being cute on purpose. You're non-responsive on purpose. You don't reach out first on purpose. That's a social cue of saying, you're disinterested, lady. So I'm going to leave this lady alone because who wants to be the cornball who's sweating some chick all the time? No guy that you want is going to be no cornball. The guys you don't want are the ones who's on you. So please reciprocate, okay? But yes, I do have an expectation that both parties are checking on each other every single day. A check is a text message. A check does not have to be a full-on FaceTime. Yes, that is an expectation, okay? Should I stay after cheating? Can it work? Should I stay after cheating? Can it work? Yes, it can. With professional intervention. I don't have the skills, either professionally or in my own relationship, but I really mean in the relationship. You don't have the skill set to work it out on your own. And I said this 10 minutes ago. I'm going to say it again. Y'all love YouTube. You love podcasts. You don't have the skill set. There is a therapist on here who specifically works with couples through infidelity. Let me see. I hope he's still here. I think the at name is Talk to Mac. And if there's anybody who knows Mac, if you can at him, please. They are the experts. They are the ones who have studied for years on the way that relationships function and if they're savable, because all of them are not, right? All of them are not. But if there is something to save, they're the ones who can do it. You cannot piecemeal this, guys. Hey, Nadine, you cannot piecemeal this. Get the help if you want to save the relationship. Mo's World wants to know, is it your husband? Because I think that most of us would say that when you are married, there's more, yes, at Talk to Mac _therapist. When you're married, you have more skin in the game. You may put in more effort to save this, right? If both parties are willing to work it out, seek professional help. You may be successful, you may be not. Emphasis on both parties. Can't just be you looking to fix this problem, okay? Thank you for those who have purchased the badge. I have Watsony. I hope I got that right. Ferragamu, Mo's World, Alex, I am Miss Vaughn, and D Moore. Thank you so much for purchasing the badge. I appreciate y'all. Okay? And we have 11 minutes together. And I think like 2 more questions for the people who followed the rules. So let's see what we got. How can a relationship with an overthinker succeed? How can a relationship with an overthinker succeed? So I need a little bit more, right? Like, what is the overthinking? What is the concern? What is bombarding you and in your mind and in your heart? Because it seems as though you don't feel safe in your relationship. That might be an attachment style issue, which will also be a therapy issue. What are we overthinking? If it's overthinking of whether or not he or she really loves me, is this person really committed? Like, that might be an attachment style issue, which means that you need to see I am Taylor Chandler. You can do a single session, y'all. Assess where you are. Decide whether or not you need more support. Okay? Oh, Taylor, I don't know. I see the badges at the bottom, but don't worry. I know you love me. Okay? So, what's the root of the overthinking? Seek therapy. There is no shame in it. I can't do my own hair. I'm not ashamed. There's things I can't do for myself. You pay the professionals to do it. I can't change my own oil. You pay people to do it, right? You will be okay. Seek professional help. See what the root of the overthinking is. Try to solve that. All right? All right. What are your thoughts on being more patient when seeking a life partner? So we talked about this briefly. What one person calls patient, another person calls pressure, that's a hard thing to judge, right? Patience, I think, only makes sense when the person wants the same things as you, and the reason they're asking for you to be patient is reasonable, right? So if I were a single woman and I were dating a man, and I wanted to get married within 2 years. He said, babe, give me 2.5 years. I really wanted some more time to get my business up and running. I would be patient. I would wait. It's 6 months. It's not the end of the world. It's 2.5 years and there's no change. It's 3 years and there's no change. It's 3.5. Then we're not talking about patience no more. Now you're wasting my time and you're playing games, right? So what's patient to one versus another it's hard to tell, right? It's hard to assess. Each person is going to be different. Your age is going to be a factor, right? What the both of you desired when you met versus where you are right now in your lives are going to be different, right? This is not anything that I can answer in a straightforward way. But I would say you need to be purposeful in everything that you do. And everything that you do, as you pursue your career, as you improve your health, you need to be purposeful in what you do. I do not allow things to just fall and happen to me. Absolutely not. No, I am purposeful. So I'm not waiting around and hoping and praying that a husband or a wife falls into your lap. This is not Disney. This is not the Little Mermaid. Like, you need to be purposeful in your approach and everything that you want. Romance is not different. This idea that, I'm going to go hard and I'm going to get everything that I want to achieve in one area, but when it comes to romance, it's just going to happen. Good luck, Chuck. I'll see you in a couple of months or years, and hopefully it's not too late for you to achieve what you want. In terms of biologically, you can always get married anytime, right? Right. Last question, y'all. I'm going to take 2. How to effectively date after divorce when you have children and busy but want true love. How to effectively date after divorce when you have children and busy but you want true love. Number 1, you're going to find the time. I did a reel just yesterday about prioritizing the things that matter. You're going to find the time. I'm busy, you busy, everybody busy. I'm busy too. I'm on my last days at work. I'm busy. I'm helping my husband with a business. I showed y'all yesterday my crafting stuff, right? I got my crafting stuff right here. Busy. Talking to y'all. Busy. I have a session in 6 minutes. Busy. Then I got to get back to my project. Busy. We all busy. If this is something that is a priority to you, you are going to find the time. That's number 1. You're going to find it. So find it. Number 1. Number 2, how to effectively date after divorce. It's not different than dating as any single person, divorced or not divorced. You're going to click the link in my bio. You're going to check out the free training, The Partner You Deserve. It is literally the first button. It's absolutely free. I give you step-by-step on how to find the partner you deserve in an hour and a half. If you need more support than that, I have Dating 101. It's a 3-hour training that talks about navigating dating both online and offline. You're going to start with that, the free, and then the little paid, itty-bitty paid. If you still need more support, if you know you need an accountability partner, if you know that you don't have the drive to get the work done on your own, you hire a coach. Since you asked me, you can hire me. If I'm not a good fit for you, I'm a little rough, I know. If I'm not a good fit, then you find somebody who is, but you make it happen because this is the life that you claim that you want. Okay? Last question. Can you be friends with someone after having intercourse with them? Yes, you can be. Can you be friends with someone after having intercourse? Yes, you can, of course. Are you talking about continuing to be friends and continuing the sexual relationship? That probably will not last. Something will change. The thing that may change, you may want to change, I don't know, is that maybe this sexual relationship may become a romantic one. The thing that might change is that the sexual relationship might end, and so will the friendship, because now it's awkward as hell. If you had sex with them in the past, sure, you can be friends now. But if you're making an effort to maintain this friendship at the same time as this sexual relationship, you are probably going to be unsuccessful. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Lakeshore Trill says, best coach out. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. If you need any support, you're going to click the link in my bio. Check out the free things first. If you like my style, you know you like my style. If you like my style, you think it makes sense with your life, follow some of the instructions. Take a couple of weeks. See if the free works, okay? If the free works, then great. Let me know. Send me a DM because guess what? I still helped you. Right? If the free is not enough, then book a consultation call. Let's talk for 15 minutes. Let's see how I can help. If I can help. If I can't help, I'm going to tell you who can and what you should do. If I can help, then we can work together. Okay? That's what I recommend for you. I love all of you guys. I have my session in 3 minutes and I got to drink some water and I got to pee. I love y'all. Adios.